Hi, this is Sunset Mushy, hoping to brighten your guys' day. This is going to be a general reading before I do a pick a card reading, because today is something known as the Lion's Gate, which basically happens every year on August 8th. And I'll just read a little bit of this article. So, the Lion's Gate portal is activated every year on August 8th when the Sun, Sirius, and the Earth move to specific points in the sky. During this time, it is easier to access higher realms and receive downloads from angels, messengers, and your loved ones from the other side. It is also a favorable time for healing deep-seated wounds and opening both the heart chakra and third eye. Then the article goes on to explain exactly what's happening in the cosmos, that what really, why is it that the energy is higher, stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, I'll send a link in my description below so you can look at that. Also, if you want a personal reading or any sort of messages that I might be able to pick up on, or if you want to support the channel in any way, I greatly appreciate it, and that will also be in the description below. So yeah, that'll all be below, and you can read through it and all that stuff. But yeah, so basically today is that day, and so I wanted to spend all of today pretty much meditating, picking up messages, and helping people pretty much. And so I started off my morning. I woke up and I sent my friend a message and was like, hey, if you want to communicate with anyone, or if you want a reading or anything or any messages from me, just let me know. Just because I know stuff that he's gone through. And so then I went and put on meditation music and got some visualizations and typed a bunch of sentences down. So also another service I guess I offer is that if you want I don't know, a story, or if you want a piano reading where basically I pick up on your energy and I play a song about how I feel, I guess, but it's maybe how you might feel, or how your energy, how I feel from your energy, and then I give an analysis on the piano song I came up with, whatever came out, and then I do a tarot reading. Basically I have a lot of ideas, so yeah, I'll get more specific into that as I grow more and as I go farther on this journey. But right now, pretty much, I just kind of pick up messages, or basically picking up messages is using your imagination. It's almost the same thing, I would say. It's but opening that door to your imagination, which is actually the connection and stuff like that. So when I'm able to actually see images in my head, because normally how things go for me is that I just don't. I actually have to try very hard. So it's I used to doubt it and be oh, the images I'm coming up with, this is my ego coming up with a story. But I'm realizing the strength behind that is because it's so hard for me to see an image in my head really clearly, that that means once I start getting something going, that I can just write about that story and something comes from it, because I don't know, that's just how I am, I guess. That's my way of picking up messages for the time being, as I grow and meditate more and activate my third eye more, and all my chakras, make sure everything's flowing, pretty much all this stuff, which can sound overwhelming, but as long as I'm going my own pace, pretty much it's good. So right off the bat, I'm just gonna give some general messages to you guys. And while I would spend the time now to close my eyes, make a story, and start writing about it, which I can do if you guys want to message me about that, pretty much. Basically that would take me 30 plus minutes, because I sit here and close my eyes and just type. And then after I type, there's a lot of typos because my eyes are closed and I don't want to press the backspace. I just want to get the thing out, the story out, whatever it is, whatever comes out. And then maybe I'll edit it. Most of the time I just don't, because my typing is proficient enough where even with the typos you can still see what the word is. So yeah, if anyone's interested in basically a free story like that, I can just send you a story that I pick up on from your energy, or from messages coming in. So today is a really good day for all of that, because it's the Lion's Gate portal. But I feel as though with this energy shift, there's going to be lots of energy shifts basically throughout all of August. So it's like, you know, it's just another day, pretty much, like on the other aspect of all this. But anyways, yeah, that's why I'm just going to be flipping cards, because for one, I don't want you guys to like just sit here and watch me with my eyes closed as I like type and then read you a story. And then for another, I could pause it, but like, because I would actually rather just have a bunch of time of me just like in silence typing. But my storage space is about 33 minutes long, so yeah, went a long time. I should have said at the beginning of all this, there's going to be a timestamp below as well for the general reading. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Spirit, this is a reminder for anyone who's going through, I'm hearing loss just because of how things are going around with my surroundings, but if you're going through loss right now, that there's going to be reminders that there's a point to all this. There's a purpose to all this. The universe is still with you. Death may seem like, to some of you, maybe it'll seem meaningless, or maybe it'll seem like that person shouldn't have died at this time, and like that doesn't make sense. But this is just a reminder from universe that like things, the way things turn out is the way they turn out. And so, yeah. That's how this is. Sorry I got distracted. I guess my dad's home. But yeah, and yeah, this is like basically like for the message that's meant for you, you know, pretty much. You know if this message is meant for you. That's what I'm hearing. Usually I like to really say like, oh yeah, it could be anybody, you know, but this is pretty specific. It's pretty loss oriented, that if you're going through a loss, if someone you know has passed away, maybe today, that's a type of situation that kind of came up around in my life. But oh, 1 second. Hi. The 18th. The what? Wedding. Oh, okay.
Saturday. Not this Saturday.
Okay, I'll
think I might be able to go.
Okay, and I'll keep thinking about it.
Okay.
Okay, alright. I knew that was gonna be quick, so I just chose not to pause. But yeah, that was a pretty specific message that if you're going through loss, I'm hearing you're gonna get a lot of reminders from the universe that the universe is still with you, and that things are all meant to be, and divine timing is at play, and whatever happens is the story that got written. And things are sad, but it's just manifested into something else. This is a bit of a continuation of that message. Basically, yeah, this is the death card 13, or the death number, and this is summon. Basically what I was going to say is like death is just a transformation. So a loss of your physical body is just a big transformation of that person's energy. So for any of you going through loss, just know that while they have died, they have more rather transformed, and chances are you still feel their energy, and maybe you're about to see the magic of death. The way I feel about death is that when you die, your intentions like explode and radiate out into the universe, because your energy that's inside of you is no longer kept inside of a physical vessel, so it covers like the universe. And so whatever your intention is, like the energy of that gets put into the universe, because we are the universe, or the energy we're connected to it, but we're also like containing it, you know. So when our body is gone, the energy can get like released, and when our energy gets released, and clearly our energy has intentions, because we ourselves as individuals are making intentions all the time. Basically it's kind of like when it's kind of like that whole like, what's your final wish when you pass, and like, or like what energies did you have. Basically it's kind of like whatever life you lived for up until whatever point it mattered. That's what I hear a lot. That's how I feel. I like that this card came out. I did see it in the camera, and I was like, oh, blue. I was like, maybe this is the letting go card. And I pulled it out. I was like, oh, hey, it's the summon card, the death card. But yeah, this general message is hopefully not triggering anyone, at least not in like a very like upsetting way, though triggering is triggering, right? So I don't know. I'm not trying to offend anybody or sound insensitive in any way. I am just wanting to give messages no matter how intense or deep of a topic, because I don't know, I would like to talk about anything I want to talk about, and so I just hope that I don't overstep anyone else's comfort with this video. But I'm gonna make this video anyways, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about death, and I do think it matters. You know, people are like, oh, if it doesn't matter, like, oh, if you're a good person, if you're a bad person, which both are just labels, you know, good, bad. But basically, like, but it's like very true to me. Like, karma is a thing. The energies that you have, whatever the scale is, when you pass away, I feel that energy will get brought out into the world. So I really think the way to save this world, the best way, is to heal ourselves. Because if we heal ourselves, then what gets released when we go, it can only be something of love and healing, you know? And if we didn't heal ourselves, or if we weren't working on it, then that energy will get released. And that's basically, you know, to me, what's it called? Reincarnation, you know? Because that energy gets put out in the world. And so, like, maybe perhaps on one aspect, all of your energy goes out there and reincarnates in many ways. And maybe your soul, like the main aspect of all that energy. So it's kind of like our body contains our energy, and our energy contains a soul. So I think the energy gets released like that, so our intentions. But I think your soul can do a lot of things and can split, and that'll be like the more main reincarnation. So it's like kind of like trippy to think about that. But like the way I feel about that is that like basically I'm a reincarnation, and everyone around me is who I reincarnated from, because we're all the universe and we all came from the beginning, basically, or like the start of the universe, I guess, if there is like a start. I don't know, but yeah, this is all just like mostly talking and I guess messages and just how I feel. I feel like maybe this is stuff that you guys might want or need to hear. Let's see, I got a notification. Okay, just had to check, and it's not like, whoa, those ones went sliding out, so I'm hearing to take all of these. Wow, messages, that's funny, because this was the one that, so they were all like this, and I was like, take all of these, and I forgot the last one, and it was like message. So there is a message. There's not just my feelings and beliefs and opinions. There's like a message, which I guess is still like my take on things, but basically it's like there's also cards in this reading. There's not just me. So the message has something to do with I'm hearing nature. I'm hearing the mountains. Usually I see this as like, oh, break things down, like blah 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 blah, like tower card, but I'm not seeing that. I mean, I am seeing that. So for some or all or many of you, there's some tower moments. There's things being rebuilt. I think that's all of us, especially with this Lion's Gate energy and just all the shifts going on in the world. But a big thing coming from this for me right now is a change. This is like a change in surroundings. This is like we're seeing the world differently. I think we're about to start seeing some very significant changes. So basically, like whatever we're rebuilding in ourselves, we're gonna see that in the world. It's very similar to this, like how like if you lost someone, you're gonna see their impact from now on, sort of thing. It's the same thing. It's like in all aspects, we're gonna see the impact of everybody's changes pretty much like now. I'm hearing message like now, summon now. This is all fast. Chaos. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of chaos with it. There's going to be a lot of clearing out storms, but ultimately what comes from clearing out this storm, and rather for some of you the storm is ending, for some of you you're waiting it out still. For me, I'm kind of waiting it out, but it is like it's passing. But movement, yeah, pretty much you're just waiting for your time to move, to your time to strike. It's you're getting these messages, you are seeing great change, and so you yourself want to go with that change. You're like, it's kind of like this tornado's flying off, and you're chasing after it because you know there's something important from it. That's a specific message for some of you. I'm not hearing, well, yeah, I am kind of hearing this. I'm hearing for some of you to wait out the storm, and for some of you to chase the storm, basically. So whichever one feels more like you, that's your message. It's a matter of where, if you see things that need rebuilding, basically, or if you're seeing those great changes, I'm hearing you just kind of want to move in that general direction. Yeah, confidence. You want to go somewhere that's empowering. So if from the rubble of the chaos comes like very beautiful gifts that were left for you, let's say like sticking with the more like intense energy, if you're going through loss, you know, that's a bit of a chaos, but like from the loss there's so much positivity that can come from it, and so much like remembering how much they love you and like feeling their love pretty much eternally now, because now it's like, yeah, you know, really embracing that energy, it can really make great change within you, a fulfillment, which I did see when it was flying out. So yeah, there's great changes that are just ultimately leading towards confidence within yourself and great fulfillment. So whatever this chaos is to you, whether that's loss or whether that's like, you know, maybe being rehomed, you have to move somewhere, or if it's dealing with a breakup, or if it's dealing with separation, or you're on a trip, or surprises are coming left and right that you weren't expecting. That's kind of like my situation. There's just a lot of surprises today. I even had a dream. The dream literally told me what was going to happen, and it happened, and I was still surprised. I was still surprised anyways. Does that happen to you guys? I'm curious. If you guys want to leave a comment, I'm basically just kind of wondering, do you guys ever have dreams, and then like the dreams basically tell you what will happen as a premonition, and then it happens, but you're still surprised, and it's not because you didn't think the dream would come true or whatever, as a premonition, you know? That's how, with my dreams, I'm just like, oh yeah, this will manifest. Like, my dreams are like premonitions, but like the surprise part still gets me, or still got me today, just because like there was already so many surprises before. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, where it's just kind of like the dream comes up, and you basically like, I got this dream and I was like, oh, the dream, there's something positive from that. Like, those are messages, those are metaphors to help me. Then I realized, no, the dream was a very literal premonition, and then it just like was not like as pleasant in like in the reality as like in the dream. Not that it was like bad, but it's just like the surprise. Anyways, yeah, just curious if you guys experience that. Okay, this came out again. SelfWorth. I did see it earlier. So I'm hearing a lot of you need to take care of yourselves during this time, and a lot of you are taking care of yourselves, but if you're not, this is spirit saying, please, like, whatever hurting you're going through, like, try to not put that on yourself. Try to turn whatever that energy is into healing, into something about understanding that you are worthy, and the universe knows you're worthy too, because you are the universe. And so, yeah, I'm hearing meditation is really good. That's interesting. 3 + 2 add into 5. So that's kind of cool. If you guys like number messages, there were quite a few over here too, with movement being, I think, 29 and chaos being 9. I thought that was significant. Yeah, self-worth and meditation. So for some of you, it's like that whole movement thing that might have like maybe overwhelmed you guys. Like, maybe I'm not doing anything right now. No, that's not what movement means. Movement means like change, basically. Movement means taking action towards what you want. So let's say what you want is to feel better. Meditation would be your movement. Not moving, not an action. Sitting, closing your eyes, breathing, relaxing, trying to ease your mind, that is moving. That is quickly slowing down the inner workings within you that are going too fast. That is, in a sense, movement. Doing that, slowing that down, feeling good about yourself, healing, that is actually moving you forward. So take movement how it resonates. Because sometimes I hear a bunch of like, yeah, now's the time to act. And, you know, earlier that day I was like, oh, this is my rest day. You know, I'm going to rest and take it easy. And all the cards are like, time to act, time to act. I get really in my head, and I'm like, crap, I'm not being good enough. I'm not, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But no, that's just an illusion. Where you are is totally fine. You are all beautiful, loving beings, capable of so much unconditional love. If you feel like your love is conditional, just realize that is you putting conditions on yourself. If you're like, oh, I'm selfish, I'm mad at that person, and I'm supposed to love them unconditionally, but look, I'm very conditionally choosing not to message them. I'm selfish. Realize that is a condition towards yourself. That is a way now you are going through that hurt, because unconditional love means I don't know. I lost what I was trying to say. But like basically you put that condition on yourself, and that like the truth behind that is that through your own hurting, since you feel a certain way about yourself, you're not sure about how to feel about the other person, sort of. It's confusing. The messages coming through is pretty vague. I think it's because there's going to be so many different things that you guys might be going through in terms of like challenges or conflicts with others, or maybe some of you are not going through that, or maybe it's really specifically just about yourself. So basically that message, it's too dispersed in my brain to kind of like hone in on what I'm trying to say. Also, I have like that timer and I have about 10 minutes. So let's see what other message comes through. And I do have an indicator for when I want to switch decks. Basically when I reach one, like a couple of the same cards again, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm good with this deck. Now it's very stiff, so I am hearing something, a message. There is still a message from this deck. There's still something I feel like Spirit wants me to get out there. Something about honesty. Something about being on your path. Honesty is like seeking the truth. There's something maybe within yourself that maybe you overlooked, or maybe you're saying like, oh, I don't deserve that, or I don't deserve love, or I don't deserve gifts from the universe. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I'm not this person, I'm not that person. The universe is trying to say like, be honest, completely honest. And to be completely honest is to know that you are full of absolutely everything. You are full of the greatest good, light, and you're full of the greatest bad, dark. They are the same thing. Light is like ignorance. Is ignorance necessarily good? Suddenly it's like, And then dark is full of like, you get to know things because you're in the dark. But like, dark, you kind of like, you do what you want. Light is like you're trying to do what, I don't know, you're trying to like spread that and do what like they, aka the you that's outside of you, wants. I don't know, light and dark are like very quite interesting and very much actually the same. They're trying to do the same thing. They're both just trying to exist basically, and they do different things. And like, I would say light is much more of like an ignorance on its own. Light on its own can be very blinding, and dark on its own can be very dark. It can be very scary, full of fear, and because it's rational and it knows how like rationally you can do anything you want to do. So what if you want to do something twisted? What if you want to break something that was created, or create something that is not supposed to come from something? Like, oh, I want to create Frankenstein, like, so it's not even just about like, oh, destruction, but it's like whatever it is, it's like the darkness behind it is that you can do anything. And with light, it's like, light is like you can share anything. I don't know, it's like they're so difficult for me to describe, but I am starting to like get a better vibe of it. But anyways, the honesty is like understanding. If you can balance those out, then you have both of those, and doing whatever it is that you truly want, your true intentions will come out of that. And so if you are truly balanced and felt connected and everything, you should feel good about yourself. You should feel like you're worthy and that you're lovable, because you are, because you love yourself. And so therefore the universe loves you. Because if if you feel like the universe doesn't love you, that is you in some aspect not loving yourself. For some of you, I don't know if this resonates with you. And this is on the back again. Check that out. Self-worth. This is a very important message. And it's like nothing that I say can change the way you feel. True. That's yes. But you are changing and you are growing, and as you continue to not give up, this will make more sense. The self-worth, something that you might think might not be doable, something that might be possible for others but not for you. That's not true. That is an illusion. Anything is possible. You can become anyone you want to be for yourself. You can heal. Sometimes it takes a really long time to heal. For some it might take lifetimes. For others it might just be this is the lifetime where you've done enough of that healing process that even with this life of all this hurting, that how you feel a way about yourself, or learn, or the universe, you manifest things in this universe for yourself that, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Something about that. But I will flip a card from this deck. It's this one. Embrace. Yeah, there's something, it's like, the more you understand, the more you feel connected, the more you can feel the warmth from the universe, feel the love from the universe and from those around you. I think the better this will make sense. Self-worth. I think the more you can realize your own self-worth and that you really are we're all unique and individual, but like you're no different than another person, or rather they are just like you. Like, so if there's someone you're like, oh, I love that person, but I don't love me. It's like that person is you, so you do love you. So it's like the understanding of that, and like all of this kind of like mumbo jumbo stuff that like you might hear a lot either online or something. Basically I'm hearing like as you continue to go on your journey, it'll make more and more sense. And at different times it doesn't make sense, and at other times it makes sense again. But yeah, I hope these messages are brightening someone's day, or helping you guys get through something, or make you feel less alone, because you are not alone. You are in fact not alone. I feel as though I am with you, and I feel as though the universe and everyone, even if you're separated from friends or something right now, like if you're off in the Air Force like my friend is, or my other friend, she's in the Navy, they're not alone. I am with them. Even though I can't be with them in the physical world, I'm very much with them, because I know we're connected, and I feel we're connected. I believe we're connected. Just breathe. Keep contemplating. Keep finding answers within yourself. If you find different answers than me, Spirit is saying, those are your answers. Please trust yourself. So it's like, don't just like believe whatever it is that I say. Believe whatever it is that you say. Yeah, I love that I just pushed that out. This is the Fool, the Fool card, the new beginnings, sort of go on your own journey. This is trust. So trust yourself. Trust that you know where to go. Trust that you can follow the music, basically. You can follow whatever it is you're hearing, whatever your heart is being guided to. You're guiding yourself there. Please trust yourself. Because I trust you, because I trust myself, and, I am you, and all that stuff. So, yeah, I trust you guys. I believe in you guys. This one. Awaiting results. Alright, we're getting some different messages. Now it's kind of like, okay, so then this is for still everyone, but this is for those of you who have been listening this whole time, where you're like, okay, I hear you. I've gotten through that. I feel like there are some of you that are like, maybe like, perhaps like, oh, like crying or on the verge of tears, or maybe you're not, or maybe you're just like, oh, like this is hard, like this guy is saying all these things, but like, how is it still hard for me? I feel like there's that whole group that I've been talking to, I feel like, this whole time. But here's the other, some other people where it's kind of like you've been listening to this, where you're like, yeah, like where you're listening, you're like, I know, yeah, I know, like, you know, where you're on the, you've healed much more. You're more on the healing journey. So we're all on our own journey. But like, you know, I hope that made sense. I'm not trying to like say anyone is different. I'm just saying, like, you know, because we're all different. I know these messages were taken differently. So for those of you who took the message and feel more like this, this is how I would feel if I heard all that stuff, basically. I'd be like, yeah, okay, Spirit, what are you trying to tell me from all this? Like, thank you. Like, I appreciate it, but what is this? And it's like, kind of like, okay, great, I've been doing this, but where are my results? You're like, okay. So it's like, someone tells a fortune, like, ooh, love is coming into your life. A person. You're like, okay, cool. Where he at, though? Or where she at? Or where are they at? That, you know, whoever, or if they're non-binary, or, you know, non-gender specific, I don't know, whatever they are, you know, where's that person at, though? And I get that joke from Steven Universe, because, someone's like, they have to go through this, like, thing where there's a family feud, and they're like, oh, let's do Romeo and Juliet, and say that these two people are in love, and he's like, I can't. And they're like, why? And he's like, because I have a girlfriend. So, like, he can't pretend to be dating someone else. And then someone in the room is like, where's she at, though? Because, like, they're skeptical, and it was really funny. It sounds kind of mean, but if you watch the series, it's pretty funny. His name is Ronaldo. Oh, Ronaldo. But anyways, that's how I feel sometimes, where it's like, I'm told something, or they're like, oh, you're gonna meet your soul family, or you're gonna meet some friends, and I'm like, or they're like, someone's gonna come back from the past, and I'm like, okay, I'll be expecting it, but, at the same time, you know, we'll see. But, you know, I always get, you know, Spirit comes through in whatever way it does. Joy and stability. So you're awaiting results. Maybe you're waiting for stability. Maybe you've been looking for a job, because red is earth and purple, this is wands. So in the material world, things are stuck, and this is like action wise, you are there. This is coming together. Some sort of like good news is what I'm hearing. Some sort of positivity, some good news, joy and stability. I'm just hearing there's some sort of explosion. There's some sort of explosion of results. Let's see. Seek the truth. You get another 7. There's something you're not seeing from all this. It's like your results are there. They're just hidden, and you gotta find it. Basically, it's like Spirit is giving you opportunities, but you have to go out and find those opportunities. Okay, I'm running out of storage space. One last card. This came out again. Share the love. Unconditional love. 3 of Cups. I was actually sending someone an email about this card. So, yeah, whatever love you're putting out into the universe, if you're expecting something from your unconditional love, it's like that's, in a sense, almost not unconditional, so you blind yourself. So to seek the truth is to unconditionally love and accept that whatever is happening is your result. This present moment is your result, even if it doesn't look like what you thought it would in the material world, and ultimately that will also reveal there actually are quite amazing things that you're not seeing at this present moment. So, running out of storage space, sending love and light. Hope these messages resonated for some or all of you. Peace out.